Hello, hello
Hi,
everyone.
hi, Cindy. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Jaden. Welcome to the 8 Letters Bookstore and Publishing Book Talk. I'm your host and your creative director, Cindy, and with me today is Jaden,
Thank
author
you.
of Long Season. Yay! I'll read a little bit of your bio. It
Oh,
says here
yes,
that
of course.
yeah, so Jaden loves writing introspective essays and filming videos. His works can be eloquent and poignant, but in reality, Jaden is playful and comedic, often noisy and weird in the most awkward situations.
That
Jaden
is
played,
true.
that is true. You plan to travel the world in a few years and write a book about your experiences. And Jaden also makes YouTube videos regularly talking about life, philosophy, media, and more while playing games. How's that going for you, Jaden?
Um, this channel I made last
Mm.
year, April last year. It's called the Undeniable Dialect. I
Mm.
don't, I don't see the comedic aspect in the name, but I mean it's ironic in of itself. And that channel talks
Mm.
stuff about life, and I also do my movie reviews there while playing video games, and it's doing quite well at the
Mm.
moment. It has around half a thousand subscribers, so it's doing good.
Wow, well, you're so productive because, well, today we're going to talk about your book entitled Long Season.
Yes,
Um, yes, Long Season, a long and winding journey into
journey.
life. Wow. So I'll get right into the questions that I have here. So in this book, Jaden, you delve into your personal highs and lows. Can you share the pivotal moment from your journey that significantly shaped your perspective on life? Yeah, so we're getting right into this. Agad-agad. Mm,
Okay, thank you for the question, Cindy.
mm,
Um, well, for me, there are two experiences that really pivoted me towards my journey in life, and as well as writing the book. But the one
mm,
that I have in my head that is the strongest, most pivotal part of this
mm.
journey was me going back to church service. Um,
Oh.
so I'm not particularly a religious person, um,
Mm,
more on the logical side, but I do see the value of leading a God-given life.
mhm,
Although at the time that this was happening, me going back to church service, I was still in my, how do I say this, my teen angst stage, where I was highly introverted and I was anxious about everything or any opportunity that would arrive. So I
mhm.
was in this church called The Feast by
Oh, yeah.
Brother Bo. Yeah,
Mhm,
Brother Bo Sanchez. And the mass and the preaching ended. And then this person from the liturgical ministry went up to me and said, "Hey, you're not serving anymore. What happened? Do you want to join us again and want to serve?" So it's been
mhm,
like 3 years since I last served there. So that happened, and I was tense. I was scared,
mhm,
and that put me in some sort of self interrogation of what's in it for me to join this and be a part of the ministry again. And that sort of became the inspiration of jumping and leaping out into your own season that turned
mhm.
into the first chapter of the book, Long Season.
Right.
Yes.
So that's the first. There's another one, or do you want to talk the another pivotal?
Oh yeah,
You
okay.
said number two.
The second one is
Mm,
is leaning into the comedic aspects of Long
mm,
Season actually. So this one's much shorter but funnier than the first one. So the second
mm,
one was, if the previous answer was about the inspiration of the first chapters of the book, what kickstarted it all, this
mm,
one is more of why I wanted to write a book in general. So it was February, and I was scrolling through Facebook uh, when I was still using it a lot. Now
mhm,
it's on Instagram, but when I was using Facebook at the time, you always see those ads. That's a typical part of your scrolling. So you see those
mm,
ads, and it could be an ad about an app, a product, or maybe a person. And this
mm,
person that I saw an ad, is about him making ebooks using ChatGPT, and that pissed me off in a funny way. And rightfully so. I said, why not I prove him wrong and write my own book by my own efforts with no AI? So I wrote
Mm-hmm.
that got me into a mindset of writing a book someday, which is now long season.
Wow. Okay. So I think I've seen that ad a lot in the past.
Yes,
So yeah, I was like, what? How is that even possible? Well, I think at this age, I don't think AI could still grasp, have that grasp of what the human experience is. But I'm sure not long from now, it's going to change. But it's good to write your book using your own efforts. Um,
yes, that's
yeah,
true.
speaking of writing, Jaden, your writing style combines there's the emotional factor and also there's humor. How do you balance these two elements when narrating this experience, and what role does humor play in your storytelling?
Oh, this one.
Mhm.
I was excited about this thing happening
Mhm.
in the book where I have to mix in my perspective and as well as the comedy that comes with it. But I feel like the humor that is in the book is more so a side effect of
Mm.
living an absurd and wild experience this life. We would not be able to enjoy or thrive if we didn't
Mhm.
have something to laugh about. uh, you hear this joke or you see this post and it sparks joy or laughter within you, then that
Mhm.
carries you through the day. Or maybe it's with someone you care about or you love, and that person just brings a smile, and that would be what gives your day a sense of hope in
Mhm.
if you get that. So I feel that humor can equally point to the fragile aspect of life as well as its beauty. So
Right.
that's how I
Right.
feel about it.
Right. So, well, I definitely it's a part, a factor in our lives, and that I think when you insert humor, you also try to be relevant to other people. It's a way to reach out to people,
Yes.
or get their attention somehow. Of course, you want the book to resonate with readers. Also, you've mentioned that another way is highlighting shared struggles and also triumphs. So we're leaving the humor behind. There's the struggles
Yes.
and triumphs this time around. But what do you hope readers take away from your experiences, and how do you envision them connecting with your story? Because, y- you're young,
Yeah. Yes.
but
I
I'm sure you have your own triumphs and struggles. You mentioned earlier, teenage angst
angst.
or and
Yes.
angst
Edgy.
and the like,
Being edgy. Yes.
being edgy. And I've read some parts of your book, like, oh, you talk like a 40-year-old man.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll take
care
that
to
as a
elaborate?
compliment.
Yeah, you want to elaborate on that?
Um. Well, the hope is that when you
Mm-hmm.
read the book, you'll find a mirror in it, like a reflection that will resonate upon you or the viewer.
Mm-hmm.
That we have an experience that me as the author and the person who's reading the book have a shared experience that we can talk about
Mm-hmm.
through reading the book. It's more so the experiences in your life that go unnoticed or barely talked about, that go unheard. So
Mm-hmm.
me doing that, me writing the book is me alleviating that struggle. And I pray that you find yourself in that book, that you have your own season. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how I feel with it, with a question.
Oh, so that's the title, long season,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Would you want to show the book to the
Oh, of
viewers?
course.
Yeah, it's actually quite a thick book, right? Yeah, there you
It is
go.
thick.
Yes, it is thick. How long did it take you to write all these?
It took me, let me just count by months. May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Around 10 months to write the book. Yeah,
Oh, oh, wow,
10
10 months.
months.
But yeah, but it's how often do you write? Do you write every day?
Um, the typical author or writer is
Mm,
supposed to have that habit of writing every single day. But
mm,
when I was doing this, it was my first book, so this was a spur of the moment thing that I just wanted to
mm,
write a book. I always loved reading. I always loved writing essays, but never writing a book. It never occurred until that moment with the church and the liturgical
mm,
member saying, "Hey, you should become an altar server." So this is this is a 10-month journey, but it was
mm,
never an everyday journey. It was right today, Monday, and then Wednesday go back to it. And if you have more inspiration, go back and write for a bit more on Saturday. But
mm,
and then that took 10 months. Ideally,
mm,
a writing session is around 2 hours, and then I
mm,
did that for the course of the 10 months, especially in the remaining 2 months where I had to rush and add more content. There you
mm,
go.
mhm. Right, there you go. Um, Jaden, who do you think should read your book? And most importantly, why should they read your book?
Um, so who could read the book is the first thing that comes to my head. Not just who should, but who could.
Mm-hmm,
Um, my grandma reads the book. My aunt reads the book. My friends read the book. So anyone could read the book. But
mm-hmm,
I think the people who should read the book are the people in this generation who know that there's something beyond just doing the internet and scrolling through it, and also finding something, but just can't quite capture that. So
mm,
if you get to find that, then that would be your way of expressing yourself. So
mm,
I hope that by reading the book, you'll get closer to having a voice.
mm,
You need a voice to express yourself, and I hope that by by reading the book, you're given the voice to share your own life. I hope that people write
mm.
stories on their own.
So it's more of encouraging them to also share their stories,
Yes.
voicing them out. That's a very good purpose when it comes to writing. You know, a lot of writers nowadays, um, they write fictional stories. Very seldom that they would express
Yes.
what's really happening in their lives. So sometimes it's more of an escape, but then here you go,
Yes.
Jaden, you're facing your reality, and encouraging others to do the same. I mean, there's nothing wrong with facing reality, or there's nothing. It's more of, how should I put this? I think we have to dig deeper into these, exploring oneself, especially at this age.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even especially in this era that we have.
Yeah, exactly. The era that we have. Jaden, perhaps you can give us a glimpse on the content of the book. Could you read an
Okay.
excerpt? Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let me find. Okay, I have a specific chapter in mind. Let me just get the chapter. Uh,
Mhm.
there you go. Oh, here you go. Can I read it now?
Sure, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. A long season it truly was. A prosperous spring, a nostalgic summer, a spiraling fall, and an agonizing winter. But there will always be a spring to become who I truly need to be. This year was going to be as fulfilling as ever. My passion finally returned. Like a phoenix reborn, it came back from lost hopes to revive them anew. I did it. I returned. I found my art. Yeah. That
Wow.
is an excerpt from chapter 28 of the book, By the Brush. Talks about my love for art and the the passion, the different types of passion that go through my love of art, because I started with drawing, and then it
Mm.
turned to writing and all that. And in my capacity of writing that time, like a few years back, this is what I got. Chapter 28.
Mm. Jaden, do you think you'll be able to write another book? I can see that you're a very creative person. You've explored quite a lot of um, quite a lot of things, like
Yes.
making videos. You mentioned about the brush. Do you think you'll get your pen and grab a pen once more and write some more? Or do you think uh, it'll have to wait? Maybe you need more inspiration.
I think I think it never stops.
Mm,
Um, my mode of creation will always change, but it never stops. Right now,
mm,
I'm just pursuing YouTube, but
mm,
after 12th grade, which I am in now,
mm.
I will do and pursue another exercise in literature, which is to write another book. So
Great. Do
yeah.
you think that'll be fiction or still nonfiction?
That's the thing. I want to explore a deeper reflection, but at the
Mm,
same time, with the books that I've been reading, I might I might also have to see what the medium of fiction can give to me. Maybe
mm,
by injecting myself to different characters, then maybe I can
mhm,
explore in a more relatable and in a way, in a quality that may exceed real life writing.
mhm. Great, Yan. So nice to hear from you today, Jaden, and I'm sure the viewers
Thank you,
feel the
Cindy.
same. Yeah. So where can we follow you? Your creative journey. What's next?
Oh, I have my channel, The
Mm-hmm.
Undeniable Dialect, on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube. It's me playing games and then talking about my advice and my movie reviews. So if you're more into the the playful side of of reflection and learning, then you can join that, or you can go to the website of the book. It's
Mm,
called longseasonthebook.com. You can check that out. I also have an Instagram. It's called It Is I Jaden, no spaces, no capitals, and of course
mm.
Jaden without the Y, because people mistake that. They always add the
Right.
Y. But yeah, you have that Instagram. You also got YouTube and the website itself, which are all inside the book. If you're curious where to find me, it's at the end of the book. You can read it there.
Thank you so much, Jaden. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
Cindy.
watching as well, to our viewers, and hope to see you again on our next book talk. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Cindy.
Bye, Jaden.